I've been a fan of Bucky Barnes ever since Civil War when he truly got fleshed out as a character and really felt the tragedy of what's going on with him. A soldier during World War II who was turned into an assassin for most of his life, only to regain his freedom and become a hero. But not only a hero, he becomes one of the leaders of the new Avengers. And it's crazy because the Avengers broke up because of him. Now he is a congressman, a hero, and he is someone that people look to as a symbol of hope. His story is of a survivor learning to combat their trauma and become something greater. He's a man that has suffered so much, yet chooses to still be a hero, and I cannot wait to see his story continued in Avengers Doomsday. Yelena Belova is the best legacy character that the MCU has offered us ever since the end of Endgame. We've gotten so many, from Cassie Lang to Ironheart to America Chavez, and I don't think many people like those characters. But Yelena is a fan favorite, and rightfully so. Her story arc is really amazing and one of the best in the MCU so far. She goes from losing what essentially is her foster family to losing her sister to essentially having to deal with that grief. In Hawkeye, she's dealing with denial and anger, trying to go after who she thinks killed her sister. And then in Thunderbolts, she's dealing with the depression of accepting that her sister's gone and trying to make a new relationship with her father and the Thunderbolts as a whole. And she essentially goes from a sidekick in Black Widow to an antagonist in Hawkeye to then becoming the leader of the Thunderbolts alongside Bucky. She's had an amazing story arc, and I cannot wait to see it continued in Avengers Doomsday. John Walker is everyone's new favorite character, and I feel like it was pretty obvious because he killed it in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I thought he was an amazing antagonist and turned redeemed rival. His redemption was a little fast, but the actor was so good that I feel like he worked with it. But what the good thing is that Thunderbolts takes what Falcon and Winter Soldier did with that redemption and actually makes it work. Makes him more antagonistic because he loses his family and he loses essentially his chance to be Captain America and prove to everyone that he could be an amazing soldier. Which he still is, of course, but now he's US agent and he feels less than. John Walker is a great character who struggles with self-image issues, but at the end of the day, ends up becoming a new Avenger, and that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to see how his story unfolds moving forward. Bucky and Yelena were obviously the best part of Thunderbolts, and I think the reason for that is because their relationship mirrors Captain America and Black Widow. Everything from Winter Soldier to Civil War. Those two characters were inseparable and they were a really good duo. There were some tensions of a romantic situation, but it stayed purely platonic. However, I wouldn't mind seeing a relationship, or at least a very strong partnership, between Bucky and Yelena. I think they have a lot in common and bounce pretty well off each other. I mean, the post-credit scene alone with them interacting was absolute gold. I'm excited to see them in Avengers Doomsday and whatever thing they pop up in next.